Oh, hey guys. So I'm taking a look at some news over here about the stocks that I have. And something that I see almost every single time is how people think that if they click buy in something, I don't know, stocks or coin or whatever, they want the money to teleport to your bank account. Like you are going to make 100% in like overnight, in just one day. I mean, crypto sometimes it will happen, but this is not the case in stock market. And let me tell you something, the volatility in stock markets is way lower. So why do people don't like to wait? Because the TikTok generation, actually, they don't like to wait. And why this kind of things happens? Because nowadays, many people is trying to make money like overnight. But let me tell you something, unless you are in crypto market, it will not happen. But disclaimer, I'm not an investment guru, so I would tell you the things that I did to my life and things that worked, things that didn't work, but I would not recommend any investment at all to you because every person has different profiles. And I don't know your profile, so that's why I don't like to recommend any stocks, ETFs, coins, whatever. I don't like to do this kind of recommendations, but what I tell you is things that I did and how I do to reach the goal that I have. Let's start with when we are babies, we like things instantly. But then when we grow up, we wait for things. So when you are a baby and you are hungry, you will cry and ask for milk, bottle of milk, I don't know, something, but you want to eat, right? When you are grown up, you will wait. Let's say that you are working, and because of that, you will not stop working to eat. But actually, what you will do is to actually try to finish at the most as you can to then go to eat, have lunch or dinner or whatever. But the thing is, we have to wait for things. We learn how to wait for things. The other example, and this one is very, very good, and that's why I like to say that with Nib's channel can mix everything. So right now, what I'm going to do is try to mix dividends with diapers. Because when you're grown up and you want to go to pee, but actually you're working, you will hold yourself and try to finish what you're doing first. So let's say that you are on a Zoom call, you will finish first and then you are going to pee. But the thing is, when you are a child or a baby, you will cry and ask your mom to change your diapers because, come on, you just redecorate your diaper. So why do people don't think about the same thing on investments? Investments are something that they are trying to build wealth because there are not many companies that will grow up very fast. And if they do, actually, if you want to invest in this kind of companies, it's very hard. In the beginning, most of the companies will ask for seed investments. And if you want to make money, like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, I don't know, the money that you invested, you would have to invest in this kind of moment. Because in this kind of moment, you will make a lot of money in a single run. You can go to Kickstarter, for example. Most of the companies will fail. Another way to make a lot of money is to start investing in yourself, starting your own business. And why this is very important. I mean, you will have to learn a lot of things first. You have to, work on a single company for, I don't know, a bunch of years, then move. If you can, by the way, go to small companies because on small companies, you can see a lot of the process that the company has. Like since the seed money, since the, operations, HR, how to hire good people in the market and many things that will happen. And you can see only if you go to a small company. If you go to big companies like Fang, for example, you will not see this kind of process because the company is so huge that you cannot see all the steps inside of it. So taking back to where we are talking It's about waiting, because nowadays what we have to learn is to wait for something. Instead of investing something and thinking that this asset will develop 100% in just a week, a day, I don't know. Let me tell you something, it will not happen. And why on crypto market these kind of things actually happen? It is because of speculation and volatility. If you buy good companies, and I'm not doing any recommendation, and you want to be a partner of this company because you are buying some stocks and you are going to hold these kind of stocks because you really believe in this company, then you will maybe make some money in the future, because the company has to generate some revenues and then generate some profit. But thing is, this is not very easy to do, and that's why you will have to wait. Maybe it will not be in 1 year, 2 years, or even 5 years. But then suddenly you will make 100% of a single stock. But let me tell you something again. Maybe you will make a lot of money. Because the thing is, this is not that easy. You have to think that, let's say the Meta, for example, the Facebook company, there is 100 people doing advisory right there. Okay, 100 is too little for the word that we have right now. Imagine that there's 1 billion people selling ads on Facebook through Instagram, WhatsApp, I don't know, all the products that they have. But through this Facebook, they will make this kind of money through 1 billion people. Let's say that whatever they do, they just reached 2 billion people selling ads. But this is very hard, right? This is not that easy. Unless they want to, make every single thing more expensive on their website, so people have to buy it instead of getting for free, maybe they will have more profit. But maybe there will be people that is not going to like this kind of new product. So that's why what I'm telling you is that doubling the profit, it is not easy. Even Coca-Cola. Let's say that Coca-Cola is $1 and tomorrow they want to sell it for $2. And when I say Coca-Cola, I mean the company itself is distributing their product to the market. They cannot doubling the price like suddenly. They will have to increase little by little. And most of the time, you will see companies like Coca-Cola, for example, that they will make money, but through, I don't know, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, they might be going to double the price, but I don't know, actually. What I want to say in this video is that take Warren Buffett, for example. He didn't make the money in a week, in a month, or even in a year. It is not suddenly. It will not happen very fast. Or maybe if you got very lucky, you might going to double your profit. But this is not easy unless you want to accept a little more volatility. And when I say volatility, I mean as well risk. When I say risk, this can make your portfolio goes a little bit lower than what you're expecting, like 10% or even 20%, and then they will increase to 100%. But what I'm saying right here is maybe, okay? This is not like it will happen at all, because there's companies that will go from negative 20% then going from negative 40% or whatever, maybe negative 100% even, and the stock will be penny stocks. In Brazil, we have many cases that this thing happened before. That's why Brazil has more volatility, because the markets right here has more risks than other markets. Okay, so what you can do actually, when you are going to invest in some company, or I don't know, whatever you're trying to invest, think about the fundamental analysis, analyzing the financial statement. So when you're investing on a company or whatever asset you're trying to invest, what I like to do is to take a look on financial statements. And this is one of the things that I really enjoy. But nowadays you have a lot of indexes that you can look on a company on the internet. By the way, nowadays that we have AI, we have agents and everything, we can ask AI agents to research and analyze specific companies to see if it is good or not to invest. But let me tell you something, sometimes the number doesn't mean everything, because there will be numbers that actually, let's say that there's a company with a capex going very high, but the thing is, maybe they're trying to invest in a new manufacturer or whatever, and they might be going to have more profit in the future. These are the things that might be going to happen. This is not maybe going to happen, you know, this is not like certainly that it will happen, but you have to wait to see. But if you're really trusting this kind of companies, you can give it a try. Again, I'm not recommending you to buy any company at all. So in the end, what I want to say is that if you wait, you will get more profit. And the other thing is, invest in some things that you really understand. And what I say really understand is to, if someone asks you about a company, you have to understand from top to bottom whatever they do. You may not be able to, you know, do valuations and this kind of things because it is not that easy at all, but at least the indexes you will have to know. And when you know this kind of indexes, it will be easier to start investing in companies or other assets. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you really enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any doubts, and I would do a future video about it. And that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next video.